Ski bop 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 the bop bop dobble bobble fobble ding gobble ding nobble ding foo flobble pudding popple ding. Yeah, see, this is the Giannis Antetokounmpo show. See, you know. So I was talking to Theo just the other day, you see, and I was telling him about my abductor muscle injury. See, you see, it goes from the abductor to the fructor to the luctor into the pelvic. Migrates all to what you call the fat Albert bone and all that. I spy. I spy, you see. We all scream for ice cream. Nah. What's up, YouTube? This is Too Off TV. And look, man, it's time to have this conversation about Giannis. It is. Okay? Let me say this before I go forward, man. I keep seeing people saying this. Why I'm not keep the same energy for Darvin Ham? When do we start holding assistant coaches accountable for a team's struggles? So we're going to hold Darvin Ham accountable over Doc Rivers, who already was struggling with the Bucks last year. This struggle goes back to last year when Darvin was still the coach of Lakers. So what are you talking about? It doesn't even make sense. So what we holding? Don't tell me all of a sudden now what y'all gonna do is y'all gonna hold Nate McMillan black ass accountable for the Lakers' their struggle. That's what y'all say y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to introduce Darvin Ham into this situation. So that gives y'all a buck dancer opening to attack Nick McMillan when it's JJ Redneck. Nope. We're not changing the rules for people. Nope, not doing it. Assistant coaches never been held accountable for what a coach ain't getting done. See, that's that LeBron crap, holding role players responsible instead of the star person. Nope. Not saying anybody that's saying that is a buck dancer, but I'm just saying that's buck dancerish with some people trying to do there. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to Giannis. I don't understand. Now, look, if this was a serious injury that affected a player's ability to actually play, I'm not saying discomfort or even pain, manageable pain. I'm talking about like a player just being unable to perform. Broken bones, completely torn muscles, that's one thing. I'm just saying, if the Bucks was like 19-5 or something, and they was playing like some lowly team like the Pistons, the team that the Lakers lost to, if Giannis missed the game, nobody tripping off that. But to be 1-5, and then you going up against the Cavaliers, a team that y'all desperately need to get a victory against, because it seems like the way that they playing, the Cavaliers, who by the way are now 8-0, the first time they've been 8-0 the start season since the 70s. Not even the LeBron Ramon James Cavaliers ever accomplished that feat. So you need to get as many wins as possible against the Cavaliers as you can. You blew one victory against them a couple days ago. The team struggled as much as, the team tried as much as they could last night. I think they were up like 106, 98 with 6 minutes ago, but it just couldn't get it done down the stretch. You know, Dame had 36, but it wasn't enough. But maybe if Giannis played, maybe they would have won. Maybe. Now, it's true. My boy 78 pointed this out. Since Giannis wasn't playing, and since the Cavaliers and other teams are used to trying to scout a plan to contend against Giannis, their game plan goes out the window when you just all of a sudden don't have their star player in the lineup, and now all of a sudden they're facing an offensive attack that they haven't scouted for or prepared themselves for. That's true. Unpredictability is the Bucks' advantage, and that's why they almost came through with a victory last night. But still, be as it may, the Bucks are going nowhere without Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I'm just getting a little irritated at Giannis's complacency recently. He said something recently somewhere along the lines of, well, I can't control whether or not we win or not. I only can do what I can out there on the floor. That sounds like a role player. I'm sorry. That sounds like a role player. And those are the comments. Those are the exact comments that we roast a LeBron Ramon James for, or any other superstar for saying. We can't give Giannis a pass for saying stupid shit like that. Bro, I don't know what's happened to you since you won that championship in 2021, because you played through injury then. I'm not saying y'all always play hurt, but man, y'all in a desperate situation here. Y'all are now 1-6. I'm sorry, people saying it don't matter much. It's still early. Yeah, it is still early. It is. But this is the problem I have, right? Let's look at the Bucks schedule. Claire, can I get some of the peanut butter brittles, treats in the cabinet, have a little bit of a sweet tooth? Man, my collards are getting horrible. I gotta work on my impressions. Why the hell can I find the schedule? Here it is. Let's see what I can find. I think this is it. All right, so they play the Jazz. Now, they should beat the Jazz. The Jazz are winless. They should beat them. Okay? They play them Thursday. You get a nice little break. You should beat them. You're at home. If they lose to the Jazz, everybody should flame roast this damn team. They play the Knicks. That's probably an L. They play the Celtics. That's probably an L. They play the Raptors. They could beat them. They play the Pistons. They should beat them. Who knows? The Hornets. They play the Rockets. The Bulls. That might be an L. The Pacers. That might be an L. The Hornets. Then the Heat. It's a lot of L's potentially for this team, man. It's a lot of L's. Now, it's still early, man, but it's bad, man. Like what? I think since Doc Rivers has become the head coach, they are what, like 20-24 or 20-25? How is that possible? How is that possible when you have two superstars on the team? How is that possible? Even with Chris Middleton's injury, they shouldn't be 4 or 5 games under 500. They should not be that bad. They shouldn't be this bad, man. Look, remember the 98 Bulls, the first half of the season, Scottie Pippen wasn't there. It was Michael Jordan and Tony Kukoc. Those were really pretty much the only two guys that created their own shot. Right? I mean, Dennis Rodman is Dennis Rodman, but he's not giving you more than 7 points a night on any sustained basis. And somehow, some way, the Bulls had the best record in the Eastern Conference when Scottie Pippen came back. So don't tell me about it's the talent. Is part of that's leadership. Part of the problem is that Michael Jordan installed the fear of God into his teammates. If you look at The Last Dance, when he went out there and got that pretty much by himself, almost got that win against the Clippers because they hadn't won on the road yet, and he said something like, "Look, we got here. We're gonna get this victory. God damn it, we better get it." He was like, "Look, we're gonna win, god damn it, or possibly I'm gonna get some of you niggas traded." Period. All this, I mean, fuck that shit, man. I'm sorry. I don't like that type of talk. That's not that's the mindset of a loser. It is. I'm sorry. It's the mindset of a loser. Say what you want to say about LeBron James, right? But this dude, although his methods are messed up, colluding with other players, that does show that he still wants to win. It's just the methods he go by that we don't like, right? Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. If this was any of those guys right now, you wouldn't want to be around them in the arena. They would be absolutely fuming. 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 Remember, Kobe got Mike Brown fired after that on-fire start. Larry Bird publicly called out his teammates for being soft in the finals when they were getting their ass kicked, I think, in 1984 finals. We know what Jordan used to do. Just read Sam Smith's book. Read all the books that have been out about if he saw anybody that was slacking or didn't have the approach to the game that he approved of, they were out of Chicago. Now, he didn't meddle that much as far as personnel, but if they weren't the type of player, the mindset, which is what he paid more attention to, the mentality of a guy, you get the fuck up out of Chicago. Giannis, I don't know what's going on with him, man. It's like ever since he won a championship, he's gotten kind of complacent. Now, his production, you can't knock him for his production. I mean, he's averaging what, 30 points? Let me see. Giannis this year is averaging 31 points per game, 12.3 rebounds, 6.3 assists, 63% shooting, a PR rating of 29.8. I mean, the numbers are stellar, absolutely stellar. The problem with Giannis, though, I think it's more like the leadership aspect of it. The leadership aspect and too much deferring to Dame Lillard. Too much respect, too much deferring. Yeah, Dame is a great player, but Dame ain't won shit, man. Dame ain't do shit in Portland. You've won a championship. This is your city. That aw shuck shit is getting old. It's getting old, man. The little shtick is getting old. Because you're kind of like insulated because you're playing in Milwaukee. You take your ass to one of these big market cities where they expect something and they're going to be roasting your ass. So, you know, I don't know, man. Maybe it's a cultural thing, but in America, at least I know with my generation, I don't know about younger people, but with my generation, you don't like when a dude is talking about a star player, the superstar, is talking about, well, you know, what can I do? I'm doing my part. That sounds straight from the LeClutch textbook. Nope. And you can't get to after the fact when everything's said and done and y'all fucking lose in the first or second round. All of a sudden, oh, this is unacceptable. You know, we gotta be held accountable. Everybody gotta be held accountable. Me from down the janitor, all this. You do all this stuff behind the scenes to get guys fired, whatever. But then when you start the season, I mean, I might get traded if we don't come out, start the season off well, and you start off 1-5, and then in a pivotal game that you need to win against the best team in basketball, you don't play. It's a game time decision, which means that you were probably considering to play, but I'll just take the night off. Fuck that shit, man. Nah. Nope. I don't care what he averaging. I don't care what Giannis is averaging, man. He's playing like his mentality is that of a loser. And Giannis fans, they're gonna like this, but it's the fucking truth. His mentality is something off. I'm not calling him a loser, because he's won a championship. But something has happened to Giannis since he won a championship. I don't know if it's the typical prima donna mentality is set in, complacency. He's gotten soft. I don't know what it is, but it's like he think he's doing the franchise a favor by staying there. He's doing the Bucks fans a favor by just being part of the franchise. Ain't no player bigger than the franchise, and nobody gives a fuck if you're putting up all these great numbers and the Bucks go 30-52 this year. That's unacceptable. And Doc Rivers, you're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat, bro. It's almost like the Bucks have turned into the Portland Trailblazers. Might as well just be the Milwaukee Trailblazers. I don't wonder if Dame, but you hope that the hope was that some of Giannis would rub off on Dame. It's like Dame is rub off on Giannis. So look, they're 1-6. If they lose at home to the Jazz, then it's time to start hitting not the panic button, but it's time to hit the goddamn alarm for like, look, okay, something going on here. Something's going on, and the media are already trying to trying to create this narrative that he needs to go somewhere else. So I don't know, man. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm not liking how Giannis is talking right now, man. To me personally, it's either complacency or Giannis is starting to like fall for this talk about elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think.